You'll notice he no longer suffers delusions of humanity.
Affirmative.
What's up now, pump chick?
Has editing your content become a burden, or you just don't have the skill set?
I wish I could focus on content production, but post-editing takes so much time and effort.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We'll look no further. Here at Asylum 99 Studios, I can help you create professional quality videos that will be sure to captivate viewers. With my creativity and skill, along with your content, assets, and ideas, I can bring your vision into the simulation. I offer the following services: video clipping and organization, content creation, VFX, SFX, and motion graphics, intro and outro assets. Requests may be taken upon further discussion. So if you're a content creator, short on time because you're out living your best life, or you wish you could focus all your energy into producing content, reach out to Asylum 99 Studios today.
What are you waiting for?
What am I waiting for? What am I waiting for?
Don't settle for mediocre videos. Hire me as your freelance video editor and create videos that meet your standards. Asylum 99 Studios. Release your creativity.
Peace, tribe. This go round, we're going to talk about pale erasure. We're going to call it that for now, right? So I found this video on InfoWars. It's Mr. Jones talking about how AI is refusing to generate pale-skinned characters with its AI art generators, right? Don't worry. This one ain't about tomahawks and scalps. I'm actually trying to talk to y'all, pale-skinned kinfolk of Earth, and try to get y'all to see what's happening and why you're experiencing this. Because it's what y'all propped yourselves up on when y'all came over here and invaded my ancestral soil. That being the so-called United States of America. So with that, we're gonna get started.
Yeah, look at this new story on Infowars.com. Talk about what AI can be programmed to do. AI programmed, honestly, could do a lot of helpful things. It will still, though, replace humans to a great extent. Google's woke AI image generator refuses to create white people, period. Says the existence of white people is bad, will not allow the image of a white person. And this is all run by the big banks. This is all programmed by a bunch of old white men. Larry Page, Sergey Brin, Larry Fink, Eric Schmidt.
Hey, I'm not gonna say what race, what people, I can't say that.
We do have an old white person problem. And some are Christian, some are Jewish.
Hey, I'm not gonna say what race, what people, I can't say that.
Some are atheists, some are whatever they are, but it's old white men. Because they're cold-blooded. They can look at the numbers and say, well, whites are 7% of the world population. We'll just brainwash everybody. The problems in the world are white people. And then point everybody at the white people that are just in the same boat as everybody else and use racial politics to control everybody.
The perfect place to start off would be pale-skinned kinfolk. Listen up and listen good. White and black are legal statuses. You were not called white because of your skin tone, and I am not labeled black because of my skin tone, because obviously I am brown.
Sir!
Listen, I'm gonna make this clear. I am in no way, shape, or form involved in any negative. You understand?
Now, with that said, you have to understand, if you're a pale skin viewer of mine, and you've gone over and subscribed to Red Wolf and the other kinfolk in the tribe, whenever I come up on somebody's live panel and they ask me to give closing statements, I always say, kinfolk, get out of them cities, and foreign invaders, it's a trap. What do you mean, Rando? You see, the erasure you guys are experiencing now is what y'all did at the behest of others.
Hey, I'm not going to say what race, what people, I can't say that.
To us. Okay? That came up in here, you destroyed our defaced our rewrote our painted our white or Mongol, right? But the thing about being a pawn is you're always expendable when your job has come to completion. And pale skin kinfolk, your job has come to completion. You see, y'all were the first migration over here to displace us. And you got to have your little time on top and get comfortable. But now, they got the new migrants coming in. And now it's time to displace you and us even further. So that these new migrants can come in here and get comfortable and live good for a little while before they're ultimately replaced. And I think their replacement is going to be AI. So throughout the remainder of this video, I want y'all to let that bounce around in your heads and seriously think about that. Let's continue.
Absolutely disgusting. So Google AI will not show white people. It eliminates white men from searches. So, you can be an open, free guy, love whoever you want, do whatever you want. People love each other, get them married. And then you turn on the TV and every commercial on every channel is mixed race couples. And you say, funny, whether you're great, you want to ban the image of two white people together, okay. How is there so much control in the media that you got 1,000 channels on your dish or your cable or your streaming, and you're going through the channels and you never see a white family?
Welcome to our world.
See, first they got rid of the image of a male being a good role model in the movies, in the
Once again, welcome to the club.
culture. And with black people, they paid the women not to have men in the house since the 60s. You saw what that did. And now, we will never show a white family ever. Separate why they're doing that from the bigger question: how the hell is there so much control through thousands of companies and hundreds of channels to never show a white family, ever? And now they're announcing they're going to go in and reanimate and use AI to re-edit all the old movies. And they're doing other stuff, like adding chemtrails to all the old Disney movies and things. They're adding not the condensation trails, those are real too, but the chemtrails, which the CIA former director admits they're doing. My point is, they're editing out history everywhere, and it's part of a larger plan. So think about that.
We're going to focus on the latter half of what he said, since I already covered the other part with my previous response. So, what you guys got to realize is this plan of erasing history, it's not new. It's been their plan since they got here. And since they brought y'all over here. Because you see, whether y'all want to admit it or not, if you do your research, you go back when you look at all the old artifacts and artwork, etc., you're going to find out really quickly that this is the Ninja Dome. You see, they've erased the history that you live on a plane and told you live on a ball. They don't want you knowing you live on a plane because they don't want you knowing that there's land masses outside of this one. Land masses where they came from. Now, if you subscribe to Chief Red Wolf, you'll know that we have indigenous pale-skinned tribes. I literally know pale-skinned. I literally know them. They paler than some pale-skins I know. So what you have to understand is they've been changing history this whole time. They started off over there in Eurasia, and they made their way over here, rewriting as they went, repainting artworks and artifacts as they went, destroying written history as they went and rewritten it. Okay? I have done a lot of thinking about it, Mr. Jones. And that's why I'm here to try to extend an olive branch today to those that's going to listen. Let's continue.
Think about that. And what they really want to do is get rid of everybody's culture. If two people of different colors care about each other, like each other, power to them. But we only think about this the way the media pitches is why do they never show a same racial couple? And conservatives focus on why is it, it's not just whites being targeted.
That's because they're trying to assimilate us all, Mr. Jones. They split us all apart, gave us all this division, and now they want to mold you back together in a hodgepodge. Right. So then, you all look the same, you all have similar mixed backgrounds, and now you can all equally be our slaves. And that's the long and short of that.
Do you ever think that it also shows black people never together? That it's somehow bad if black people like black people? And by the way, that's how genetics works. I mean, in any species of mammal, people tend to like people that are more like them. And so what the system's really saying is, we want everybody totally divided so that there aren't different groups. A Tower of Babel, it's in the Old Testament. Whether you think it actually happened or whether it's an allegory, they wanted a world government, they wanted all the peoples together in one big tower, one big city. And God said, I don't want total centralization, because through that you get the spirit of Antichrist. So God said, none of you can now communicate. That's what Elon Musk told the World Government Summit last year. They wanted total unification, where we have chips in our brains and all communicate with each other at the same time. Even though Elon Musk pushes chips for handicaps and stuff like that, the point was, he said, I don't think we need a one world government, because then everything is unified by one controlling group. And then that's called slavery. So these are some big, big, big issues that need to be discussed. And when you see it and you witness it, I'm going to again ask the question. Is you can academically debate all day why every couple is mixed race on TV. You can debate where'd that agenda come from. Okay. How did the government and the media get so intertwined, unless it's the independent free internet? How did they ever get so intertwined and so controlled that I don't care what show it is? My wife and I really don't watch Netflix shows together. What we do is, and I'm gonna start setting the camera up at home and showing this, we'll sit there for an hour after our younger daughter goes to bed, and we'll just go through the cowboy shows and the science fiction shows and the drama shows and play the trailer. And in every trailer, the men aren't in charge, all the bosses are women, the hero's a woman, the woman kicks all the men's asses. And of course, that's not the real world. So ask yourself, Why is that way? Well, Hollywood has said we're owned by BlackRock and others, and we're given what's supposed to be in the script, and if we don't have that in the script, we don't get money. You can say, okay, well, fine, let Hollywood extinct itself. But see, through the ESG system, that's what they call it, it's going to be down to what kind of car you drive, what you eat, where you go, who you associate with, what you do. That's the social credit score. And if you want to get independent people under that control, you first got to get all the corporations in line so that they can enforce it on you. So in today's world, it's never show a man in charge, never show a man competent, never show a man strong, show women kicking all the men's asses.
That's because if you take the man out of his rightful place, you can subvert the species, right? Man and woman were balanced. I don't like to say equal, I say balanced. You tilt the scale up for the ladies, and society's going to crumble. As Red Wolf tells you, the ladies are the power, and the males, the men, protect that power, right? Shout out to the G. And that's the long and short of it. They're trying to destroy humanity. So what you got to do is turn the women against the men. Let's continue.
But then twist it and have biological men kicking women's asses in sports and say they're women. See, it's all meant to confuse people. And then never show a white family. And then now Google AI won't generate you a white man. You type in, show me a Caucasian man. Show me a white person. Won't show you a white person because being white's bad. I remember just a few years ago, it was like 10 years ago now, Google refused to put up a little doodle. You know, you go to google.com almost every day. Let's go to google.com right now. Most days, there'll be some weird communist that died or some socialist or some trans person or some pedo promoter. It's usually something disgusting. Occasionally it's something, Jacques Cousteau or something interesting, even though Jacques Cousteau was for depopulation. But I saw Jacques Cousteau once. But they'll never on Easter, never on Christmas, never on Good Friday for Catholics, ever show a Christian doodle. And it gets worse. Remember than Google 6-7 years ago? Just go to google.com, guys. Put the front page up, please. See if there's a doodle today. There's nothing today. The Google calendars removed all Christian holidays from the calendar. Now, see, that was years ago. So all I'm saying is, if I went on Google AI and I said, because maybe I was doing a presentation on Black history or Michael Jordan or George Washington Carver or Louis Farrakhan. I interviewed Louis Farrakhan. Let's say I want to re-update it with a little AI intro. We're actually looking to re-release the Louis Farrakhan. He'll actually look into some of that. And I type in Louis Farrakhan, and I get a white woman or an Indian woman. I'd be like, what the hell? I want Louis Farrakhan. Now imagine the scandal if it actually is super censored, so they'll probably do it. If you went and you tried to create an AI image of Louis Farrakhan and it wouldn't show you Louis Farrakhan, you'd say that's wrong because they're blocking somebody out of history.
That's what they've been doing all along. From repainting historical paintings to painting over hieroglyphs in South America and elsewhere in the world. Long and short of it.
Imagine white men, the Google AI won't even let you do that because white men are bad. Just like, and I've really seen this for a long time because I don't care as long as they're competent, but they're mainly men. That's who gets into that type of thing usually. They try to make women get into it. Most of them don't want to do it. They want to, fine. I've been on planes with female pilots, didn't feel bad. But they've said up 2 months ago, the FAA, we're going to start hiring mentally ill people to fly airplanes. What is that about?
I'll tell you what it's about, Jones. Delusions of humanity.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions.
That's what this is all about. They're here to with you and destroy you. What does Red Wolf say? Upside down, inside out, inverted, and perverted. It's not an exact quote, but y'all get what I'm getting at, right? That's all this is about. Welcome to the Asylum. Let's continue.
That's about getting away with anything. It's about creating precedents so crazy that anything will go. And again, when they say, oh, we've got all these women pilots now, it's all about, oh, they're in the group, and it's all real liberal, and it's all women pilots, and only women are allowed. See, it's all segregating into groups that the corporations then control. Because they don't want women and men together. They don't want families together. They don't want people that are proud of their white culture, not because they're racist, but because they're proud of themselves, or black movements that are out there where they talk about how black women can't hardly get a husband because nobody wants to get married and they're too busy chasing some other color because they've been told that. And there's major black movements saying, hey, we should, be proud of ourselves and proud of the fact we're black. And look, if people love each other, I'm not attacking you. I'm saying, why is it being force-fed? Because there's an agenda here, people. It's that simple. And you've got to again ask yourselves why that is. And I don't like my children. I got 4 children. One's 21, 19, 16, and almost 7. And I want them to be proud of the fact they're human, proud of the fact they have European ancestors and a little bit of Native American. And I want them to...
I'm going to go ahead and be petty. If you got that kind of bloodline, Jones, you either ninja or your people signed up on one of the rules, Dawes rule, etc.
No, sorry.
To be proud of being Americans and Christians and white, but also proud of everybody else in their heritage. And if they like somebody or love somebody, and that's the thing, that's what they want to do, that's fine. But it shouldn't be imprinted on them this guilt that the earth's dying, kids are all bad, you're killing the earth, there's too many people, the world's gonna end. That really screws kids up. And then the culture openly teaches as young as 5th grade that it's inherently bad because you're white. Some innocent white child is hearing that, but imagine the black kids in there or the mixed kids in there, and they're hearing white people are bad, but I was told we should all judge people off of what they stand for and what they do and what they produce. And now you're hearing the opposite. That really screws up children. And it's evil. And it's not being done to create unity or to end discrimination. It's being done by ruthless globalists because it will destroy society. It will destroy civilization.
Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, this wasn't for tomahawk swinging and scalping. It's me trying to reach out while we still got time, because we all know what's going down right now in this country. Getting ready for the big pop-off, right? There's only one way to stop this, and it's to reestablish order. Like Red Wolf says, that's all you can do. What order is that, Rando? As far as America, I ain't gonna speak for the rest of the dome, but for all of you people on my ancestral soil, that includes you foundationally dead ninjas too. That includes you. Y'all need to step out of the way, put your narrative and egos to the side, so that the children of the land can return to where we're supposed to be at. Because when we were where we were supposed to be at, the world was a peaceful place. We shared, and we were kind. We are still that, even though the media portrays the worst of us in our situation. So, I want to take this time to ask all of you pale skinned viewers, and I'm calling you pale skinned because your skin's not white, okay? If I'm a dark skin, then you're a pale skin. That's just how that's gonna go. We ain't gonna use colors right now. And we're gonna keep it simple because I know all y'all ain't up on this. Look into real history. Look into what really happened. And what I really want y'all to do is look into y'all genealogy as well. That's not just for us. That's for y'all too. Because then you'll see if you have blood from here. And if you don't, you can see exactly where your people came from. Because when you know where you came from, you can move forward. That's what's keeping me and mine's back. A lot of us don't know where we came from. And some of us are learning where we came from. And we're still misusing that information. So it's work to be done all around. So I'm going to get up with y'all next time. Thank y'all for stopping by. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy. Go on.
I am a human being. I exist.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions.
Send the word.